Alright friends, so today in this video, we would be discussing our plan, our basically what should be our plan for CDS exam which is going to be held in the month of April, right? In the month of April. So we will be discussing a complete strategy, a complete 2 month. We have now with us this 2 month left in our hand, right? We have 2 months left in our hand. So what should be our complete strategy for approaching this CDS exam? So in this we will be discussing for the OTA, right? OTA, all right. So before moving on to the strategy, I would first like to discuss about what are some common mistakes, right? Some common mistakes which people do while preparing for the CDS exam, right? I would first like to go about this, right? So basically what we have seen in the CDS exam, right? In CDS we have two parts, right? In the CDS OTA exam we have two parts. One part is of English, right? One part is of English and another part is of general awareness, right? Another part is of general awareness. So in English we have 120 questions, right? 120 questions are there in English, and in general awareness also we have 120 questions, right? 120 questions, right? And how many marks are there? How many marks are there in total? So it is of 200 marks, 100 marks each, right? 100 marks each are there in both of them, right? Both of them. So see, one thing we should understand, that 2 months of time, right? 2 months, 2 months of time is more than enough to clear this exam, right? It is more than enough if you have a clear study plan, right? If you have a clear study plan of this 2 month, right? If you have a complete day-wise study plan, right? Day-wise study plan. So here in this video, we have prepared for you a complete study plan, all right? And complete study plan, and how should we go about the preparation of this CDS exam for the coming next 2 months, right? Coming next 2 months. Let us first discuss these mistakes which many of you might make, right? So very first is that we do not have a complete structured study plan, right? We do not have a structured study plan over here, right? Structured study plan. That is the most important one to clear any exam. Clear any exam of UPSC, let it be CDS, let it be NDA, let it be AFCAT, right? We should have a complete structured study plan. That is what in today's video we will be discussing about, all right? And one more important part, while preparing for CDS, right? While preparing for your CDS exam, we ignore the English part, right? We just assume that we know everything about English, and we ignore our English, right? We ignore our English over here. That is one of the biggest mistake we do while preparing for CDS. How do we have to go about the English part? We have to practice the PIQs. We have to practice the PYQs, right? PYQs, and what are the rules used in this, right? We have to understand what rules they make questions on, right? What rules they make questions on. They get repeated in your English exam, right? So these rules are getting repeated in every CDS and AFCAT exam, right? So we have to study the PYQs, study it, right? We have to study this PYQs and understand rules, what rules are used in this, right? So this is one thing. Then what we do is we just study, right? We just study and do not solve the questions. We just study the topics, right? We just study the topics, and we do not focus on doing what type of questions are there, right? We do not focus on type of questions which are made, type of questions which are there in your exam, right? So how do we have to study? We have to first study We have to first study the topics. We have to first go through the basics of topic, right? Go through the basics of topic plus the advanced version of it. Advanced version, how do you get to know about it? Advanced version, you get to know about it by solving this PYQs again, right? Again for general awareness, PYQs of general awareness, right? So that's how we should be going around the preparation of our CDS exam, right? Preparation of our CDS exam, all right? So in this, we have prepared for you all a detailed study plan, right? Week-wise study plan. What all things we should be covering in this exam, in this last 2 months of the exam, right? What all things should be covered in this last 2 months of exam, and how are we at Gurudeva's gonna help you, right? How are we at Gurudeva's gonna help you for clearing your exam, right? For clearing this exam. Alright, let us first discuss about the study plan, right? What should be our study plan? Study plan, right? Week-wise study plan. Week-wise study plan over here, right? So let us see first one, right? Let us see this first week, right? In the first week, we will just focus on Indian geography. Alright, we will just be focusing on the Indian geography over here. Alright, now here are some important topics on which the questions are made, right? These topics are the topics from where we have taken out from PYQ. How did we take out these topics? We have taken out this from the PYQs. From Indian geography, these are the important topics which which comes in your exam, right? So we have this about the Himalayas and river systems of India, right? This is of India. These things are of India, right? Everything about India, right? This is Indian geography, all right? And one more question you might be having that from where do we study it from? Okay, from where do we study it from? So we have a dedicated group, all right? We have a dedicated group in which we will be sending you day-wise notes, day-wise study notes, all right, on our WhatsApp group, all right, on our WhatsApp group. You can just text on this number and our academy will add you in the WhatsApp group, all right. So we will be studying about the day-wise study notes. This is how we will be preparing. We have all the study notes, right? We have all the study notes, digital study notes, which we'll be sending on a daily basis, right? Then we have this climate, monsoon and natural vegetation, right? About climate, right? This should be our target for day 2, right? Day 2. And with this, we will be also covering the English PYQs on a daily basis, right? English PYQ on a daily basis over here, right? English PYQ on a daily basis over here, right? Then we have this agriculture, right? We have this important topic of agriculture in which we will be covering this different crops, irrigation methods and soil types which are there, all right? With the PYQs, right? With the PYQs, the questions which are there asked on this particular topic, all right? So the study notes will be in a way, or your study notes will be in a way that the topic will be there, right? The particular topic will be there, plus the questions based on that particular topic, all right? Questions based on that particular topic will be provided in your study notes, all right? Then we have what? Then we have this day 4. Then we'll be discussing about resources, which is minerals, energy and industries, right? Another important topic of Indian geography, right? Indian geography. Then about the trade routes, environmental issues, right? These are some important topics which we need to study in detail, right? Which we need to study in detail. So this is from Monday to Friday, which we will be covering. Okay. Now, since we have covered all this, right? Since we have covered all these topics, right? We have covered all this topic. What next we will be doing? On Saturdays and Sundays, we will be conducting a full test, all right? Full test based on this particular topic, right? Based on this Indian geography which we have covered till now, right? This Indian geography. Then on Sunday we will be covering this full test of English of the topics which we have covered, of the rules which we have covered, right? Of the rules which we have covered. All right. So like this, on a weekly basis, right? On a weekly basis, we will be going around our preparation for CDS. And let me assure you that for CDS, 2 months of dedicated study, all right? 2 months of dedicated study is more than enough. Is more than enough. If you know how to study, where to study, and what to study, right? What to study, then 2 months are more than enough, right? 2 months are more than enough for studying this class, right? For clearing your CDS exam, right? Okay, so this was our first week of schedule, right? First week schedule. Then let us move to the second week, right? In the second week, we will be continuing with our geography, but here we will be studying about another important topic, that is of world geography, right? That is of world geography over here, right? So world geography, what all things do we need to study over here, right? We need to study about the continents, the formation of continents, what are the different types of ocean, what are there in different oceans, right? Then Earth's basic structure, right? Earth's basic structure we would be discussing over here, right? All the notes of this will be available in our WhatsApp group, right? This notes everything will be there in our WhatsApp group, all right? You will get these notes in our WhatsApp group itself, right? Then we will have this climate, right? Another very important topic. In every CDS there is a question based on climate, right? Then we have this mountains, right? Mountains and rivers of what? Of not of India here now. Now this is of the world, right? Of the world, right? Important mountains and rivers. This is of the world now, right? Then we have natural disasters, that we need to study about volcanoes and earthquakes, right? Different earthquakes and volcanoes, and where are they present, right? Where are they present? So this is again the weekly schedule of week 2. Right? On day 1 we will be covering this topic, day 2 we will be covering this topic, all these things, all these important things and the important points on this, all the important notes you will be getting in our WhatsApp group over there. All right, I will be uploading the link of the WhatsApp group also in our this video below there. Okay, I will be uploading the link of this group also, so you can join, right? You can join this group, and we can share all these things over there, right? Then we have map based questions over here, right? Map based questions of countries and the capitals, right? Countries and the capital. So this also is another important topic over here, right? After covering all these topics, right? After covering this week 2 topic, again on Saturday and Sunday, right? Again on Saturday and Sunday we will be having a PYQ test over here, right? We will be having a PYQ test over here. So of what? Of world geography, right? And then of English, right? Then of English on Sunday, right? Again, the topics which we discussed in English, we will be having a PYQ test based on that, all right? Most important part is to test yourself over here, right? Most important is the test over here, right? Most important part is the test over here. Then again we have what? Then we have week 3 over here, right? In week 3 we will be discussing some important polity questions, right? Some important polity, right? We will be first covering the basics of polity, right? Basics of polity over here, right? Basics of polity over here, right? And then what are the important things over here? What are the important topics, right? What are the important topics over here? So here the important topics, first we need to know what is our constitution, what is preamble, what is fundamental rights, right? The basics of constitution, right? First we will go through the basics of constitution. And if you have been in our AFCAT course, you would know that how do we go about the preparation, right? We first discuss the topic in detail, right? We discuss the topic and then we solve the questions based on it. So that you know then are you able to get through the questions, right? Here the question part is of importance, right? Then we have this DPSP, right? DPSP. Then fundamental duties. This all things we will be covering in our week 3, right? Week 3 of preparation we will be covering this polity over here, right? Then on day 3 we will know about the parliament, right? That consists of our Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, President, Prime Minister, Council of Ministers, everything based on this. How are they formed? What all powers they have, right? About their powers. All of these things we will be discussing day 3, right? All the notes about this, all the important things you will get in the group, okay? You will be getting in our group itself, right? Then we have what? Then we have judiciary, right? We have judiciary, that is Supreme Court, High Court and local courts over here, right? All these things we will be covering in our day 4 of week 3, right? Then about Article 73 and 74, most important part of our constitution, right? Article 73 and Article 74, that talks about Panchayat Raj and local governance, right? Talks about Panchayat Raj and local governance over there, right? All these important, like this we will be covering our polity, right? Here remember one thing, what we have to focus, right? What we have to focus is on what are the important topics, right? Important topics. And how do we know the important topics? We know it via the PYQ, how the questions are made over here, right? How the questions are made on these particular topics over here, right? So that's how we cover our polity, all right? Then again, we will be having again a test, right? So why are we keeping so many tests over here, you might ask? But the important is that the more you solve the test over here, right? The more test you solve, the more you get to know in depth, right? You get to know in depth of the question, in depth, right? You get to know in depth of that topic, right? In depth of that topic, all right? So that's how we will be going in our course as well, and which is starting this course, which is starting from 9th of February, right? We will be going in depth while solving all the PYQs, but these notes are free of cost, right? You will get free of cost in our WhatsApp group over there. You can join it free, okay? I will be sharing the link of that. I will be sharing the link of that in this video. I will attach the link, all right? You can just go through it, all right? Just go and join the notes, right? And there you will find all the notes over here, right? All the notes of polity, all the notes of everything you will be getting over here, all right? Then we have this PYQ test of English again, right? English again, all right? Then this was about week 3. So till week 3 we have covered what? We have covered the world geography, we have covered the Indian geography, and we have also covered our polity, right? We have also covered our polity over here, right? Then we have this week 4, which is about science, right? Here now important over here is science is a small topic, okay? You need to know the basics, right? In science you need to know the basics, right? What are the basics? Plus in our recent exams, right? In our recent exams of CDS, we have also some advanced questions based on it, all right? The questions are same, right? Questions are based on, but some questions are advanced over here, right? So here we need to know that what types of questions are made over here, right? Types of questions. So in science we have divided in 3 parts, right? We have physics, we have chemistry, and we have biology over here, right? We have 3 parts over here, and these are the important topics which we need to cover, right? Motion, laws, work, energy, heat and sound, and optics, right? All these notes, all these digital notes will be there in the group, okay? Day wise we will be providing it on a daily basis, right? This will be covered in week 4, right? In week 4 we will be covering first day. We will be all the important topics, all the important questions, all the important concepts which you need to know about these topics, right? About these topics and about this topics, right? Of physics, right? Then we have chemistry, right? In chemistry we need to know about atomic structure, periodic table, acid, bases, chemical reactors, right? We will be focusing on the important topics over here, right? Important topics over here. And based on this we will be now doing the questions, right? We will be doing the questions over there, all right? What are the important questions over there based on science, okay? Based on science. Then we have this biology. In biology what we need to know is about human body, right? Human body, digestive, nervous system. Then we have genetics, diseases, environmental science, right? All these important questions on biology, all right? So that's how we will be covering our science portion, right? All these science portion we will be covering like this over here, right? Then again we have what? We have a PIQ based on science, test based on science, which we'll be doing on Saturday, right? Saturday and Sunday again, right? PYQ test based on this, right? PYQ test based on this and English, right? So this is how we covered. And science is a part, science that around you can expect around 30 questions in your exam, okay? Around 30 questions in your CDS exam, all right? You just need to know what all are the important topics and how the questions are made in the exam, right? You need to know how the questions are made. That is of more importance. Then reading through all the materials and all your NCRTs and everything, it is more important that what types of questions are made in that, okay? It is more important to do the PYQs over there and accordingly solve the questions, right? Accordingly solve the questions over here, right? Okay. Then we have this week 5. In week 5, we will be moving on with our history, right? With our history. So history also we have divided in 2 parts. That is, first we will be covering in first week we will be covering the ancient and medieval history, right? Ancient and medieval history over here. And in the second week, we will be covering the modern history, right? In modern history, more questions are there, right? More questions are there from modern history. But let us first see what are the important topics which we need to discuss about history in your CDS, okay? About the ancient history, right? From ancient history, we have this Indus Valley civilization, right? Indus Valley civilization is the first very important topic. Then about the Vedas, right? About the different Vedas. Questions are there on Vedas, that is Yajur Veda, all the Vedas, important Vedas, Atharva Vedas, all the important Vedas, and what is mentioned in that, right? The questions are there made on that. Then we have this Mahajanpadas and modern. Then we start with our medieval history, right? Medieval history. So in medieval history, we have these important topics over here, right? Which we need to cover about Mahajanpadas, about modern empires. Who were the empires, right? About Gupta Empire, post-Gupta Empire, which all belong to which particular empire, right? Which kings belong to which particular empire, right? This all things we need to know about this. Then we come Delhi Sultanate, Mughal empires, right? Vijayanagar, South Indian Kingdom. All these things via very interactive digital notes, right? Very interactive digital notes we will be covering, right? Via digital notes. All these digital notes will be available in the group on a daily basis, right? On a daily basis, we will be sharing this to you on a daily basis in our groups, all right? Then we have this PYQ test based on this, right? PYQ test based on this, that is about history which we covered till now, right? PYQ test based on history which we covered till now, all right? And then English, right? We don't have to forget English. English every Sunday, right? Every Sunday we will be covering our English, all right? Our test on English. A test on English we'll be doing on every Sundays, all right? Every Sundays, right? That's how you prepare for your CDS. That's how you practice, right? You should know what things are asked and what you have to imply there, right? These all are the things which you need to know about, okay? And then we have this modern history. Now this is another important topic which is there around you can expect around 10 questions from this part, okay? Around 10 questions from your CDS exam from modern history itself, right? So we have this Revolt of 57, right? Revolt of 57, we start from here. Then social reforms, then formation of Congress. Who was the first female president of Congress, right? Swadeshi movement, all these important. Then about Gandhi, what was civil disobedience, quit India movement, all these important topics we need to. Then about India independence and different viceroys which were present in right, okay? So all these important topics we will be covering in our week 6, all right? Week 6 we will be covering our modern history over here, right? So we need to go step by steps, right? Step by step, if we do our preparation, it is very easy to clear this CDS exam. But we need, see, important over here. What is the important part over here? We need a dedication, right? A dedication is required over here, right? Without dedication, it is not possible, right? Without dedication, it is not possible. You need a consistency over here, right? You need a consistency over here. Without consistency, it is a bit difficult, okay? But if you maintain your consistency, it is very easy to clear this CDS exam, all right? It is just about your consistency over here, right? Okay. Then we finished our history, right? History we have finished. So now another important topic that in your previous CDS, right? In your previous CDS exam, there were around 15 questions, just from economics, right? Just from economics. So economics we will relate, okay? We will relate with current affairs as well, right? We will relate. Recently the budget has been passed down, right? So there will be a question based on budget, right? There will be a question based on the budget, right? There will be questions based on the recent happening. So we will study this economy relating with our current affairs, relating with the current events which are going on in our country, right? We have this. First we need to study the basics, right? First we need to know the basic things, right? First we need to study the basic, and with the questions we will be moving on to the advanced part on like how the questions are made and how should you approach this particular topics, right? So this is about Indian economy, sectors, GDP planning, right? Banking, financial systems, budget, economic policies. All these things we will be covering via the digital notes. And first we need to know the basics, and then we will moving on to the advanced question and the types of questions which are based, right? Which are based on this particular topics, right? We will be solving the PYQs as well as what questions could appear in your next exam, right? Based on that, all right? Based on that. So via your notes, all right? Important over here. Then also this defense, we will have 2 classes on defense and space and technology, all right? This is again related to your current affairs, right? Again related to your current affairs, we will be covering it via your current affairs over there, right? So this is how you will be going around your week 7, right? Week 7 we will be doing this. And again a test based on this. On weekends we will be conducting the test series, okay? Test series, which is the most important part, right? Which is the most important part of your preparation, right? Most important part of your preparation. If you are able to solve the questions, right? If you are able to solve the question, that means you have done well in this week, right? You have prepared well in this week, right? And if you are not able to do, then you learn from that, right? You learn a new topic, a new question, a new concept over there, right? That's how we will be covering our week 7. And then comes our last week. In the last week, it will be more of revision, right? More of revision of the things which we have covered, right? More of revision of the things which we have covered over here, right? We'll be discussing some important current affairs, right? Current affairs of what? Of last 6 months, right? Last 6 months current affairs. We'll be having a dedicated class on this, right? Last 6 months current affairs, and a full length mock test we will be doing, right? We will be doing 3 full length mock test, right? So that you are now prepared thoroughly with every topic. You are prepared thoroughly with every topic, and now you have solved the test, like how it comes in your exam, right? How it comes in your exam. So like this we will be doing all our things over here, right? We will be covering full syllabus plus the PYQs, plus the mock test over here, right? Plus the mock test over here. Okay, so this was about this, right? Now if you want, we have also arranged live classes, right? We have also arranged live classes for this, right? This live classes will be starting from 9th of February, right? Live classes will be starting on 9th of February, right? All these classes will be in the evening, right? It will be in the evening from 6 to 8, right? 6 to 8, 2 hours dedicatedly we will be covering our topics, okay? We will be covering our topics over here. Alright, these classes will be there on Zoom, right? We will be conducting on Zoom platform. It will be online based, right? It will be online based classes, right? Online based it will be classes, right? But this digital notes will be free of cost, okay? This digital notes we will be sharing in our group itself, right? We have a dedicated group over here, right? We have a dedicated group over here of our this GDA written exams 2025. GDA written exams 2025. I will be sharing this link. I will be sharing this link in your group as well. Okay, in your this I will attach it with this video. All right, I will attach. You can join this group. All right, all the important updates we will be covering over here. Right, all this important updates we will be covering over here in our this GDA written exams group. All right, of 2025. All right, over here we will be covering everything, right? So digital notes you will be getting over here. Okay, all the digital notes we will be providing over here. But if you want a dedicated preparation, you can join also our live classes. All right, which we will be starting from 9th of February, right? 9th of February we will be starting our classes over here. The timing will be in the evening 6 to 8, right? 6 to 8. And if you want to join these classes, you can contact our team, right? You can contact our team on this number, right? You can contact our team on this number, all right, 9890. All right, this you can contact, and you will be added in the classes. All right, all the Zoom classes which we'll be conducting over here, right? So this is about the preparation, right? This is about the preparation of this. All right. So one important thing I want to discuss with you, is that it is not about your knowledge. Okay, it is not about knowledge. It is not about your knowledge. It is more about your discipline, right? It is more about your discipline. This CDS exams, CDA, let it be CDS, let it be NDA, let it be AFCAT, all right? Let it be AFCAT. Any of this exam, right? It is more about your discipline, right? It is more about your discipline and how consistently you are following the things, right? If you have made a plan, you have to stick via your plan, right? You have to stick via your plan over here, right? And this will only come with discipline, right? Dedicatedly, you have to devote at least 2 hours every day. 2 hours every day. 2 hours every day for your preparation. And you will see that you will be easily able to clear the cutoff, right? You will be easily able to clear the cutoff over here, right? Of your CDS exam, okay? So this notes, all right, this our weekly schedule also I will be sharing. This I will share in this WhatsApp group over there, all right, which we have formed, all right. But from your side, what I want from your side is your consistency, right? You have to be very consistent about the plan which we have prepared, all right. You have to be very consistent about it, all right. Just be consistent and you are then and there over there, okay, in your exam, all right. So I'll be sharing this weekly schedule in your group as well, okay. I'll share this group in this weekly schedule of your group in your group as well, okay. And that's how we prepare, okay. That's how we will be preparing for our upcoming CDS exam, all right. All right. So thank you everyone for joining this session, all right. Thank you everyone, and we'll be starting from 9th, all right. We'll be starting from 9th of February. We'll be starting, okay. 9th of February will be starting. You can contact our team. If you want to join in our Zoom live classes, right? If you want to join in our live classes, you can contact our team over here, all right, and you can register for it, okay. Our team will be adding you in the classes itself, okay. Oh, all right. Thank you everyone for joining, and I'll see you back on 9th, all right. See you back on 9th.